If you're open to receiving, just say I accept. I apologize, I have not been on yesterday. I had to recharge, basically. Good afternoon, or good morning. Perfect synchronicity. Good afternoon to you. I'm currently listening to 525 hertz paired with 528 hertz. Last night I was watching a video of, there was this YouTuber and he was playing two different frequencies at the same time, and it created a portal that opened up. So I will post it on my community tab, but strangely, the guy who posted the video went missing, so no one has heard from him in like 3 years. Like, he posted the video of him creating portals and walking through it, and then he just completely disappeared. Oh, you mean this small piece of amethyst? And it was so interesting as I watched the video of how the portal got created. It's like the tone, it went like this, and then it opened up, like it went straight line, and then it opened up like this in the video. And then when he looked through the portal, he was sitting inside his apartment or his bedroom, and he was looking through the portal, and the portal led to Sedona. This is the other time. Namaste. So I'll post that video when I have a chance. Or I'll just yeah. Hmm. Oh, there's my blue crystal. I was looking for it. Okay. This tone is getting a little bit too loud. I'll show you what the tone sounds like. But he had it on a loudspeaker. I will need to translate that. Let's see if I can translate. Oop, hello. Yeah, you can look at it as a type of form of ASMR, visual ASMR. For me, I just call it Reiki. Yes, this is Reiki. I know I had another crystal. I probably left them outside. I also find it very interesting. After I was watching those two different videos with the when the portal was created, then I watched another video of a guy who was trying to replicate it, but you can clearly see that he used a software, like a program. Like one of the videos was legit, and the other video that another person made was like you can tell it was made from a computer program, because when you look at the video, you can't feel the energy that's coming from behind it. But when I watched the video with when the guy made the portal, it was like I got goosebumps in my whole entire body, and I felt like this extreme energy like raising my vibration up. And I said, "Yep, that is definitely real." Almost like how I can feel the energy from like when you do Reiki video. That's how you can tell if a video is true or not, by sensing the energy that's coming from the video. I'll show you. So I don't know if you have an extra or external phone. I'm about to look it up on this phone. Yeah, so the name of the video is called Gateway to Sedona. And it was posted by YouTuber name Funky Fathead. I don't know if I'm able to show the video. I just move it. Yes, the real one. Yep. You can see it. And see, the speaker was making a sound, and it started to open up a portal. And one of the videos that he had, it shows him walking through the portal, and he walked into an area that had a beach, and he looked up in the sky, and it was like two different suns in the same sky. It was like a parallel reality. Apparently, I was too late because they said that he had more videos, but most of his videos on his channel is deleted, and he only have 4 videos now, or I believe 6. From my perspective, I believe it's real because the energy that's coming off of it, it's so strong. Personally, no. It is Reiki. It is also talking, exploring different concepts. I do Reiki and I speak at the same time. It all depends on the energy. that is a phenomenon that I like to research or look into. Oop, video stop. Oh, you mean your parents do Reiki? I say Reiki is like the gateway into discovering more about your own energetic field. Oops. It's really fun to do, especially when you first start feeling the energy moving around. You just start playing with the energy moving up and down. So I guess it was Planet X. I do not know too much about Planet X, but I know there's hundreds of thousands of different planets, and each planet has their own type of life in a different dimension. So if there's a planet that's mostly icy, the beings that live there, their bodies are specifically made to live in that type of environment. But when you go into like a fifth dimensional body, your body is able to adapt onto different surfaces on different planets. But when you're in a third dimensional body and you try to go to a different planet, your body will most likely die. But if your body becomes crystalline and you go to another planet, you just adapt. And I heard that um, most star systems that have life, they usually have two suns. So we are actually one of the rare ones where we only have one sun. Oh, hello. Thank you for the heart and the dove, which represents peace. Nibiru. Is it Nibiru? Okay. So in this video, this is the video I was talking about. He was like explaining. This is no big deal to you, but to me, it's like it's amazing. I can't even fathom. Light can't really get through. Yes. The ancient Palladians. Feel anything, you're not going to smell anything until you see he's looking right through it, right into another dimension. The locale on that side will equalize with the locale on this side, and then you're good to go. You can kind of see like a glow happening, but again, it, See this one. But I say use your own discernment, because just because I may believe it's true doesn't mean it may be true. It could be fake. But so I'll say use your own discernment. I just happened to stumble upon that video by accident last night. And then I started binge watching all the videos that I could find, but I could only find about actually, what I can do right now is I will just post it on the main channel. There we go. I just posted. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who he is, but apparently he went missing for the last 3 years after he posted some other videos, and then a lot of his videos got deleted. So I'm trying to figure out where did the guy go, because he's now on the missing list. So I'm like, okay. I'm guessing that you have to find a vortex first, an energetic vortex, then play the frequency. Because I guess he was in a vortex. Because I've seen other people try to mimic it. They did the same thing, but they just did it in their house. But I think something about his house that he had, there was a specific vortex in that area. And how I see it is when the two tones play together, it's almost like the hemisync, like when it came together in the middle point. Because what he did, he used 528 hertz, was really high. It went up like this, so it was like, and then he switched down to 525 and it went down. And as soon as I seen it, when he switched it to 525 hertz, so the 528 hertz went like a straight line up, and then when he played 528 or 25, it went like this, and then it went like that, like an oval, and then it opened up. It was like 528 and then 525, and it was like that. When I first watched the video, it felt like my third eye and my chest was like getting ripped open, but not in a bad way. But it was like almost like electricity, is like this, expanding. There's some people having a theory that he went into a portal and went to another dimension and started posting videos. That was some of the theories. Oh yeah, I'll walk through if I had a choice. I would just make sure to keep the speaker at full charge so the portal stays open so it won't shut. Yesterday, I just ended up sleeping abnormally long for like a very, very long time. And I was going to go live yesterday, but I was just way too tired. But most of the portals, they lead to different parts of the planet. So like the portal that was on that video, he recognized it as a place in Sedona, because Sedona has a very large vortex. Also, Arkansas has a vortex. And so, this might be an AI. Anyway, back to where we were speaking about. So it was 525 hertz and 528 hertz frequency. Yes, I am doing really good. Very well. Is it look back in time? Listen, thank you for sharing your energy with us. You're welcome. Thank you for entering. We're creating this egregore of light, as I said before. With every person sending positive vibrations, we all heal at the same time. All I can say, send light. May you see the light. May you find the light, and then may it guide you to FROZEO07501. May your day be filled with light. Thank you. Just trying to find the best frequency to listen to. Multitasking. Where is... There it is. Found pockets. Greetings to you. As I sit back and relax and enjoy and receive this energy. You can call it ASMR, or you can call it energy healing, or you can just call a random person on YouTube waving his hands around. Nothing has meaning until you give it meaning. It's almost like speaking emotions through my hands. I appreciate it. That is just a belief system that has been placed. It is almost like the algorithm. It's like when you get compliments and it senses the vibration rising. it it spawns in like AIs to try to emotionally manipulate the chat by saying something negative. But the egregore of light is too grand and too big. And so the darkness just gets drowned out in the light. Because, the dark ones, they don't like to have, they know if a lot of people gets in a vibration of balance, our vibrations start to rise. And imagine when we're rising, we're like lifting the planet up in vibration, causing it to ascend a little by little. Because ascension is not one event that's just gonna happen all at once. Ascension happens slowly. And from a grounder outside scale, imagine that, let's see, what could I use? Imagine this is the Alcyon sun right here, and then Earth is right here. And the Alcyon sun has a large photon belt that goes around it. So it's like a photon belt. And our planet Earth is moving like this, and this is the photon belt. Well, the closer we get to the middle point of the photon belt, the stronger the energies get until we enter the middle part. And so what's happening is that's the deadline, but no one knows the deadline. But at the same time, when we raise our vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. So imagine the planet was, if it was pitch black ball, and when we raise our vibration, we become a light point on this ball, and it raises the vibration. So basically, if it's black, the ball is black. Our goal is to try to get the ball mostly white before it reaches the pure white center of the photon belt. Because when it passes through the photon belt, then what happens is all negative energy gets immediately transmuted into light. So like the dark ones, they know if if they don't if they if they don't keep our vibrations low, what will happen is when we pass through the photon belt, they will be disintegrated into light. You know how when a vampire touches sunlight and he turns into dust? That's basically what they're trying to stop. So what they do is they build underground bunkers because they think they're safe underground. But then they realize that all their allies of the dark have already lost. So what they're trying to do is now, well, since they already know they lost, it's like, okay, well, since we lost, we're going to try to take many humans as we can down with us. So what they try to do is they try to scare you. They try to make you get fearful. But it's all in vain because the light has already won. And so they come and they see like this egregore of light is slowly growing because everybody's feeling the energy. And then what they do is they try to sow the little seeds of doubt. So this is why I said when someone say, what a cuckoo bird making stuff up, that is an exact representation of trying to sow a seed of doubt in the minds of the viewer. So it's not attack against me, it's attack against the viewers because they want that little seed of doubt, because then that doubt, it grows and it gets bigger and bigger. And then once you have doubt, as I said, doubt completely destroys the veils, and doubt puts a veil over yourself. I pause to reflect, realizing order I still matrix. Living in the here and now. I'm gonna take a screenshot. So later on I can reflect on that. And sometimes it needs to unfold once I read it again. Okay, this crown is making my third eye go crazy right now. I have no idea. I have no idea what you mean. Christ wants you, sir. Yes, Christ wants all of us to recognize that He's within us. And that's why it brings me to a very good point that I want to talk about studying the Christ letters. The Christ letters is not part of any type of religion, but it was a channeled, it's called a form of automatic writing, where in the letters he describes his journey through the desert. And the more you read the letters, the more you integrate the the energies of Christ or Sun and Da, and the more you feel his energies, how he felt, how he thinked, his emotions. So they're very, very important to study. The light has won. Sometimes when you read the Christ letters, like the more you read it, the more it sounds different, and the more supernatural things start to happen. In a good way, though. But to read the Christ letters, you must let go of everything you think that you know about Christ. So everything that you think you know about Jesus Christ, you have to let go when you read the Christ letters. I do not understand what you mean. She said, "Get out of my garden." I do not understand. But I can help you find your inner garden, your garden of serenity, through a very short visualization. So now, the garden of serenity is an etheric realm within your own consciousness. Uh, no, I am not. I have multiple. I said we're all thoroughly mixed together. But I know I have some part like Native American and African American. It's like all type of mix. So okay. So visualizing, asking the spiritual masters and guardian angels to assist us in going into the sacred heart within, entering the sacred heart within, and we're just going to take the escalator of vibration. So visualize the escalator, the motion going forward and up, stepping onto the escalator of vibration, visualizing taking the weight and the baggage off your shoulders, all your stress, worries, and fears and anxieties, handing them to your spiritual masters to transmute them into light, stepping on the escalator of vibration. And as you go up this vibration, you start to feel lighter and lighter. All your fears, worries, and anxieties slowly melts away as we go higher and higher. We step off the escalator of vibration, and now we're in an open field. And this open field is now your garden of serenity. And your garden of serenity, you can create it however you like. In this garden, you can uproot the old dead plants, which is the dead plants represents the belief systems, fear-based belief systems that has been created. You can visualize uprooting these belief systems, cutting them away, putting them in the bucket and transmuting them into light, planting new seeds of light, which is the seeds of light are, you can say, positive belief systems, and then water them with your unconditional love within yourself. So, I'm just going to ignore everything else because I only pick what is exactly. Oh, thank you, the way beyond falling. Oh yeah, the Agent Smith. That's how I see it. It's like if someone's like in a low vibrational state, like not saying that they're negative or bad, but they're more acceptable to be influenced. So out of nowhere, someone can be being smiling, and out of nowhere, if they have a slight bit of doubt or envy or self on lack of self love, they're more easy to be controlled. So you can see the whole demeanor of the person change, and they'll attack you, but they don't know why they're attacking. But for some reason within them, they feel like that they're being attacked. So what they're doing is, it's like when the belief system is opposed, um, we tend to like butt heads with each other. And I still respect their belief system. They are on their own journey, different stages of their journey. So like when I look at religion as the beginning stages, so like you know, they know deep down inside the heart that there's something more. So what the religion gives them something to anchor. But what I did is, okay, I know there's something more, but I still have questions. And when I look at religion, it's like these questions that I'm asking are not being answered. And I don't believe that I have to fear God. Not in a way like, oh, he's going to punish me. Because a loving creator, a loving source, does not punish his creations. Because his creations is his self. What we are part of God, so why would he punish his own self? That would be a lack of self-love. And since God loves himself, he loves us. So why would he torture us for our choices? So that did not make sense to me. So I had to find the truth for myself. Once you start to recognize that everything that you learn was just the words of other people and what they told you was true. But have you ever sat back and thought, and have you ever thought and recognized and cognized it for yourself? Or you just, the pastor is saying, this is what it's supposed to be. And now you do not have a right to oppose it. We don't want to become mindless beings, robots. We want to become thinking, conscious beings. Because if God wants us to be mindless beings, He would just gave us a set program and we would just do a specific function. He wouldn't even give us free will because there would be no point. What's the purpose of having free will if you cannot choose? So the gift that he gave us is the gift to choose, because everything's inherently meaningless until we give it meaning. Okay. Oh, also, here's something very, very important. Do not take anything I say as truth. You have to think for yourself. Do not, just because I say it does not mean it's true. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to become mindless beings who just listen and say, oh, that's true. It is good to question what I say, because one day I can be a good being, but what will happen if I got compromised and then you just listen to what I say without thought, without thinking of it, that if it's resonating true with you. So you have to constantly listen from yourself. You need to be able to discern the truth, what resonates for you. So please don't take what I say as 100% true. You have to think. You have free will. The problem is listening to other people instead of reading the Bible for yourself. Speaks out and asking Jesus to Jesus. The only reason thing to I am 100% sure I do not have to prove myself, but what I'm saying is you have to make the choice for yourself, because this is my truth. This is how I see it from my own perspective. And and I'm also flexible enough to accept other people's belief systems, because at the same time, what I believe to be true may be completely wrong, and I probably will learn the lesson that is wrong. And if I am saying something wrong, I will reap all what I sow. So if I were to lead everybody astray, I will reap all that. It will still come back to me, and I will be prepared to receive what I have put out. I am not perfect. I do not know everything. I only know the bare minimum, because most of the things I know, as I said, is all what other people said from other channels. But there's some things that I recognize to be true for me. What time is it? Shoot. I can go a little bit longer. I say everybody should at least read the Christ letters one time, or listen to the audio one time with no judgment, this completely open mind. Listen to it one time. But you have to go in it with an open heart, with love in your heart. If you go into it saying this is not true, I don't believe any of this, you will not get nothing from it, because you will place a blockage on your own self. You'll put resistance. So if you do go to read it or listen to it, you have to remove all doubts, all misbeliefs, and just listen to it for what it is. What's true? What's true? And the greatest truth is that all truths are true. Because it's all part of the one. Yes, I follow the Christ energy, but I am not religious. So I'm Christic. I follow the Christic beings because Jesus, he did not write the Bible. The Bible was written by the people who followed him and transcribed it. But even they didn't even completely understand what he was talking about. Because he was 2,000 years ahead of his time. But now it's time for the Christ energies coming back. And what people need to understand is, so Christ, he's not coming back to the earth as a human because it's not possible anymore. Because he kept going up in dimension. So now he's at the point where his consciousness can be he can surround the whole entire planet with his consciousness at the same time. So he's actually more helpful in that form because he doesn't have to be physically like standing in front of you to teach you. He can be in everybody's mind at the same time and heart at the same time. So what you can do is you can just ask him, I need a deeper understanding. And then out of nowhere, he would just start showing you a deeper understanding. So for example, I was listening to the Christ letters about emotional patterns, right? And I think somebody, a spirit's looking at me, it says 311. So I was watching the video about emotional patterns. And if you're very open-minded, what he did was he started to like move my phone screen. Like my screen started to move as he was explaining what was happening. And then like my phone glitched and then it moved down to a specific person. And then what happened is I felt the energy of the person and then or it flicked down and moved to a video of myself and I start to feel the energy and it's almost like it's like his consciousness, it is inside your head, like an internal knowingness, and then he's just explaining everything to you from within you. So the more you watch the video, the more his energy is inside you. Just how you feel like this Reiki energy coming from me. Imagine him being like he's looking through your eyes basically. And as he's looking through your eyes, when you look at something, all the understanding and knowing what you need to know is laid out in front of you from within you. I hope I'm trying to explain this. Trying to explain something multidimensional into a linear perspective is very challenging. He said, what are you doing with your hands? This is called Reiki, which I'm just spreading the energy. Right now, I'm not in any particular focus, but I'm just moving the energies around. It's like a massage for your etheric body and mind. That's good. They did write it, but they witnessed to see her. In the Christ letters, he describes basically okay, this is a perfect example. From the Bible, it's like a perspective from the viewer of the master. But from the Christ letters, it's from his perspective from the people. So on the Bible, it's like a perspective of outwards looking at him. So they're looking at what he did. But in the Christ letters, it's his perspective of how he did it. So what he was thinking to lead up. So how he did it. So it's like two different perspectives. So one comes from inwards perspective and one comes outwards. So it's like you're reading both, because once you start reading the Christ letters, what happened in the Bible start to make more sense. So like imagine if you've seen someone flying or levitating, from your perspective, you just see this guy just flying, but you don't know how he's doing it. When you read the Christ letters, he describes what was his mindset, um, his emotional patterns, how he did it. Explains how to become, how to allow the Christ energies to flow. And even right now, I'm still studying because I still got I have a long way to go. But I just want to get get that little spark so you can be a little bit interested in, so we can create a bigger egregore. Well, from my perspective, from seeing everybody around me when they read the Bible, it gives a sense of purpose, a sense of direction to follow, a sense of something to believe in, a faith, something to anchor in. But it's a little bit distorted because the people who made the Bible, they knew that. They knew that that's what we was looking for. So what they did is, it was like, okay, how can we make a profit from this? Because we have all these people who believe in the Master Jesus, but at the same time, they're the ones who basically killed him. But then they knew that they had to take the blame off to make it not look as bad. So what they did is they made us over glorify his death. So now, whenever you think about Jesus, you think about how he died, the suffering he went through, which is that lowers your vibration. Because as I said, is do not suffer the suffering of others, because if you suffer for another person, you lower your vibration. But if you have compassion for the person and show them the way, then you can lift that person up. But if you see a person, you be like, oh, that person's a poor thing, that person unfortunate, well, you're condemning that person because you're saying that person's a poor thing. And then what happens is that person believes that they're a poor person. So this is why you do not suffer for them. So what they did is they talk about, you notice how they emphasize, they put all the focus and tension of how he got nails in his hands, how he got nails in his feet, how he died on the cross, how he felt forsaken. So what they did is, so now every time you think about Jesus, you think about pain and suffering. So you're thinking of something good, but now you're thinking of something negative, because now you think, okay, maybe if I try to go out and do what Jesus did, I will be punished. Well, that was the belief system, because now they have all of us focused on the suffering, but what we should be focusing on is his teachings, what he said. That part is not even important, how he died. We need to be focused on what he did when he was alive, not when he died. So that's how I see it. So the Christ let us focus on when he was alive. And that is like the major thing is in the Christ letters he state he did not die for our sins. And I know that they're not gonna like that, but it's true. He didn't die for our sins, because how the dark ones manipulate us to think is, okay, so a lot of killing was happening on the planet at the time because we was in a lower consciousness. And then what happened is there's like they made the religion, and then they said you should not kill. So what happened is, and then they said if you kill, then you're a bad person. If you do this, then you're evil, and God doesn't love you. So then people look around and they see all these people doing all these horrible things, and they be like, oh, God doesn't like us because we're sinners. So now we're stuck. And now we're constantly, when you believe that you're a sinner, you believe that you're not worthy. You believe that you're not deserving of love. You believe that you're underneath. You believe that you need someone to lead you. You believe that you need someone to save you. So then now you're stuck in a mindset of codependency. So now we're in a codependency, and now we believe that someone else had to come to us and save us. So now we're waiting. And if you're waiting, you'll be waiting forever. Because just how I said it before, if the mirror to smile, then if you look at a reflection and you're frowning, or if you look at a reflection and you're wanting to be saved, you'll be waiting for eternity. But if you smile first, then the mirror smiles back. So when you say, no, I'm not a sinner, I made mistakes, but I'm learning. And I learn from my mistakes. Because without the darkness, I will not know what the light is. So now I let go of the belief system that I am a sinner. I am worthy, and I am worthy of having Christ's energy within me. I recognize that I am the Christ because the Christ is within me. The Christ is in everyone that I look at. Every person who walks this planet has the Christ spark. Because Jesus Christ, he is the guardian of earth. And he reincarnated to show us like all of his brothers and sisters who forgot that we are exactly like he is. And then now we're in the mindset of they want us to pray to him. Like, no, that's not why he came here. He came here to show us you are like me. And now we're all gonna be follow me, because he said I am the way, the truth, and the light. So yeah. So now I'm about to get ready to close the stream. But before I close the stream, let's just 3, 2, 1, 11, or 111. Asking my spiritual masters to remove all energy from the shoulders, all weight. I'm asking my guardian angels for clearing now. May all energy in the space be cleared. So I'm just going to read a couple comments and then I'm about to get going because I have to go to work. He said, I am not mad, brother. I'm listening. I'm glad that you're open to receiving. He lives so that we may no longer see ourselves as sinful. Yeah, I can see from that perspective. He lived to show us. To show us that we are worthy. Oh, I'm glad that you're open to learning something new today. And I'm learning something new from you. That is why soon I want to start a small Discord or probably something else. Probably not Discord because I don't really like the vibration of the app. Because if you think about it, it's called Discord. So that means implying you're arguing with somebody. So I might use a different app. But yes. I want to say, may your day or night be filled with light, sending you unconditional love, one white ray, and asking Metatron's cube to be activated within the heart chakra, putting on the armor of light, the blue cloak of light. Remember to put the hood of light on. Have your sword of light on your hip and your shield of light on your back. And have the inner flame, the violet flame, lit within your hearts. Namaste. Have a beautiful, blessed day. I love you all unconditionally.